Welcome to RC Industry. What are you doing? Are you here to help today? Are you here to help? All right, well, it's Rick here. So, wanted to kind of get you caught up with the next thing going on here. So, we got I think the last video we busted up the tub and got it out of here. And of course, we had to repair had to take out some of the old floor that was rotted. We put in a new subfloor, and then I put this piece of 3/4 plywood down so it would match the height of this. We talked about that in the last video, so it all stays the same. And then the next step on this, once we get the tub set, is we'll put the 1/4 inch concrete board over it, or we may use this other product over here, this stuff here. Both of it works real well, so haven't decided exactly, but it will waterproof it anyway, whatever product we use, because we're going to put floor tile on this as well, and then we'll go from there. But I wanted to talk about the old faucet and stuff, which was what was leaking, and it had leaked in the wall and ruined all this. So we had to reframe some of this. We tore out the bad stuff, reframed it, and I'm going to show you how to put together the faucet set, how to install it, and then I've already drilled. I've got everything kind of ready. I drilled a hole here because this is where the riser goes up, and then we'll mount the receiver here so that the shower pipe can be screwed into that. I went ahead and cut in here so I could put in a board. They didn't have that in there at all. All they had was the pipe shoved through. We'll show you. Over here in the closet, they had taken the pipe and just ran it up on the outside of the wall, up here past where the clothes rod's at, and they just turned it and went in the hole. So I don't want to do that. Oh, there's Fred.
You are listening to iWork Network.
What's Fred doing, Gunner? Anyway, back to this. So I'm going to run it up inside the wall cavity like it should be, and we'll mount it here. And so I'm going to kind of show you how I do all that stuff, and then we'll go from there. All right, show you more. Okay, what we got here is the shower mechanism, diverter valve, whatever you want to call it. And so what we're going to do, this is when you buy the kit, or when you buy the new shower piece, it actually comes with this is what you get. So you don't have anything going up to the shower, and you don't have anything coming down and going out to the tub. So you just get the valves, and you get the pipe that comes out of the wall at the top and the shower head, and you get the handles, of course, and then you get this piece, which is where the water comes out for the tub. So now what you don't get are all these pieces. This stuff here, because you have to have the pipe piped down and out to the pieces, and then up here we're going to. Because a lot of times I'll run a hard pipe if I don't have the wall in the way, but since I do, the wall's in the way and I don't want to tear it all out, so I'm going to put this 1/2 inch adapter on here to PEX, and then we're going to go from PEX here up to this other piece right here, and then we'll put this piece up in up tall to put the shower head pipe on. So anyway, I'm gonna show you how I put all this together, because you can't obviously just put it like this; it'll leak. So I'll show you that. Okay. Now we'll get some work done here on this. The camera's been acting up a little bit today, so hopefully it'll keep working. Guess I've about worn it out. It's getting about as old as I am, so. Alright. Not really, but, well. So, we got all these pieces like I talked about. And what I like to do, and a lot of people don't like this type tape, this gray tape. I don't find an issue with it at all. I've got some of the white tape. The white Teflon tape is getting harder to find, at least around here for whatever reason. But I don't mind using this. I haven't had any issues with it, so this is what we're going to use today. So I'm going to take this on here. Oops, pulled a little too tight. You want to pull it tight because you want it to go down in the grooves of the threads here. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing there. And then I'm going to do the other side. Finally, in the belly of the fish, he trades and offers up his songs of praises and his. Okay, so we got that one. So let's get this one taken apart. Now, we talked about the other, if you remember in the previous video where I was talking about the tub was all rusty, the reason is they didn't use, whoever had put that spout or the adapter for the tub spout in, they used cast iron or black iron pipe, and so it tends to rust, and then when you turn it on you get a little blast of rust water and then it runs clear. This galvanized joint, and then this is a brass piece, and this is a brass one that's chromed that I had left over from another job, so it really doesn't matter, it's not going to be seen. But I did have to purchase this, but I had these two pieces, so we should be free of rust anyway that way. So we want to get these coated.
Chapter 3. I love the beginning of verse 1.
And I know this is probably kind of boring if you've done this before, but some folks may never have done this, so you might want to know how. You know, we're not born knowing how to do things, not all things. So sometimes you have to be taught. So. Alright, so.
That's not forgiveness. The Lord comes to Jonah the second time.
Okay.
And notice what he says to Jonah. He says, get up and go to Nineveh.
Alright. I'm going to take my jacket off. It's warm in here. This has been the craziest winter. I mean, it's like 49 degrees outside right now. And they're talking about thunderstorms late tonight, early tomorrow. And if that's the case, they said the weather's, we're probably going to get up into the 60s. So that is really crazy for January. So, anyway.
But now, here's the second time, it's the same message. God's desire for Nineveh to hear it has not changed. His person to make the announcement has not changed. It's still you, Jonah. You're still my source. Failure though you have been, I give you this second chance to speak for me and deliver what I will give you. And I think that's worth noting here in this second verse. Deliver the message I have given you.
Okay. Now on this this control valve, it's got the words up on it someplace. Yeah, right here. So this is up. So that tells us this goes to the shower, this goes to the faucet. So let's start screwing pieces back on here.
His message is to be proclaimed. It is not mine. It is not ours. It's interesting what God does not do. He does not tell Jonah what's going to happen as a result of his proclamation. How gracious of God not to tell him. Because I think Jonah was thinking they are going to be destroyed. Hot dog. That's what I want. As we talked about Jonah the racist, he despises the Ninevites. He hates what they've been doing. He wants nothing but their destruction. So when he hears the message is the same, he thinks,
and you want these pretty tight.
That message God doesn't tell him what is going to happen.
You can tell when you get them tight enough. When you start to bend this, it's tight enough. Trust me. Accidentally have done that before. So don't really want to get it quite that tight.
Give the message, get out of the way. I'll take it from there. All I need is a voice box. You carry the message, I'll take it from there. Reminds me of Habakkuk, one of the minor prophets that we rarely read. If you read Habakkuk, you're not very far into the account before you read two questions stand out. I have them circled in my Bible. The question is, how long, Lord? Because Habakkuk is living in perilous times. The people around him are wicked people. They are compromising. They are unjust.
And you also don't want to split that brass. Because you can over tighten it, but
it's prejudice.
Probably not going to.
How long do I put up with this kind of people?
Okay. Let's see if we can go one more round with this.
Stay right where you are. You're my man. And I know what I'm doing. And Habakkuk says, tell me what you're going to do. I'm ready to hear it. And the Lord says to him, if I told you, you wouldn't believe it.
Trying to get that to line up with the diverter valve.
Tell me, is that all right?
Okay.
I'm bringing in the Babylonians, and they are going to wipe you folks out. And Habakkuk goes, I can't believe it. He finds out,
and they actually make a tool to tighten these up with that doesn't scratch this, but it's never going to be seen. So I'm sure my buddy Ted has got one. He's got every tool I ever made. So, okay. So we got the cold water coming in, hot water coming in, and then this control valve will either send it to the tub or it'll send it up to the shower. So, and I'll show you how to get it installed. All right.
I mean, it gives new meaning to what most.
Okay, I don't know if what's going on with this camera, but this may work and it may not film this. I don't know. So what I'm going to do, this fits up in here like this, and we've got to attach this to that, and then we're going to nail this up with these straps for the X straps. They work real well for this. So that being said, I messed up a piece here. I gotta straighten this out a little bit. And we make this PEX, I've talked about it before, we make it in all kinds of colors. I just happen to have a bunch of this white that my buddy Ted gave me. So that's what we're going to use. Normally when I buy it, I buy red and blue so I can easily tell what which pipe is which that I run. And those of you that watched, I think episode 14, you probably saw that I used that colored PEX in that. So anyway, so I'm going to thread this through here and slide that collar up on there. Those collars are made of a soft brass. Well, somewhat soft until you try to cut one of them off. And then we're going to take our crimping tool, put this on here. Okay. And then I want to use my gauge. This gauge has a go, no go. So if it doesn't go, that means you haven't crimped it. So we're good to go there. Okay. There we go. Alright. So we're going to slip that up in there like that. And we're going to take our strap and we're going to nail this up in here. Now, one thing I didn't talk about is the distance here, but I've already measured my distance, and I know that by the time I put my 1/2 inch drywall over this and then the 1/2 inch curdy board and the tile, that puts me to about 1.25 inches or so past this little whatever that's considered. So I know that that is going to get me out far enough, then I can screw everything on and it'll be tight against the wall. So anyway, it's not rocket science. Okay. Alright, that's what we want. Okay. Now, I went ahead and cut some little pieces here of PEX, because we've got to run from here down into the basement area where we ran the other lines over to it, and we've just got them kind of capped off. So we will put our collar on here, put this up on there. We'll check our tool. Use our gauge. Yeah, so we should be good to go there. Don't be afraid to do this stuff at home. You know, you can pay, you know, a plumber $60 an hour to come out here and do this if you want to, or whatever the going rate is in your community. Now that one's a little snug, so I'm going to hit that one again. Yeah, now it's better. Okay. All right. Now, let's go up here on the top part, and I'll show you what I'm doing up here. Okay. So, we're going to take our collar. We got our pipe sticking up here. We're going to put that down over there. And this is that end that I told you about. You can see it's got screws to screw it into the wood, which we installed into the... There, let's get that on there. We're going to crimp it. using the wrong side. There, that way looks good. Okay. Let's get us some screws here and the screw gun. Okay. You can kind of see it doesn't matter that this isn't straight up and down because the pipe is flexible, so it just so happens that the pipe is kind of trailing like this, and you can see that's why it comes like that there. So that'll be fine. Now of course we got to put some drywall back over this. And we're actually going to, this is the same thing we used like upstairs. So I'm going to screw this in here because we don't want any dirt or, you know, drywall dust or anything getting down inside this pipe, because then it could clog up the low flow shower head. Because I am using a low flow shower head. I mean, I don't intentionally want to waste water, so we've talked about water usage before, but okay, so let's get set up in the basement and I'll show you how to make these connections down here. Alright, show you more. Okay, so we know this one goes to our hot side of our faucet, and we want it to be about right there. Put that one off. This one is for the cold side, and because we're going to put a 90 in here is what we're going to do. And I shut the water off to the house, and I've got it draining over there, the pressure draining off of it over there by the dryer, or I mean where the washer and dryer hookup is. So we're going to cut this, but when we do, it's probably going to spray some water out. So anyway, let's see what happens. Yep. Did that get you, Gunner? I think Gunner got wet. There we go. Alright. Okay, so you got a little bit wet, didn't you, Gunner? Alright, so we're going to take our half-inch elbows, PEX brand stuff here, Apollo PEX or whatever that stuff is called. We're going to have to have a couple of those. Alright, and then we're going to put these in my pocket here. So we're going to put one of these on here. And put the other one. This is going to our cold faucet, so, or the cold side of our faucet. Okay. Back in the day when I first started doing this, we soldered everything, ran copper everywhere, and I still think that there's nothing wrong with that. I have copper lines all through my house, but this is so much easier. You can run this stuff like Romex wire. I mean, it's just so much easier. And I agree, the first generation PEX stuff wasn't much help, but this stuff here, this works pretty good, so haven't had any problems with it. Okay, let's get the hot one hooked up. Probably should have hooked that up before I actually did that. These will move a little. But I usually like to hook them up before I crimp them. Probably standing right in the way. You probably can't see what I'm doing at all. Alright, let's check that with our gauge and make sure that we're go everywhere. You know what, that one's a little snug. I think I'll hit that one again. Go. Okay, I think we're good to go. All right, let's get a bucket and we'll go upstairs and test it. Okay, back upstairs here. So let's see what we got. So I'm going to hold this bucket here. So this should be the cold side. Yeah. And this should be the hot. Run a little more of this, just make sure we got all the air out of it. Okay. I think we're good to go. All right. What do you think, Gunner? What do you think? Do you think you can do it? Come here. Oh, that's my good boy. Yeah, Gunner's my big help. Yeah, okay. Well, listen, folks, don't be afraid to take on projects like this. All right, Fred, are you getting ready to do some painting?
Just 1 year, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's what it looks like.
Holding some. Agreed to mutually part ways. They will start a search immediately.
Holding some paint tray liners. Anyway, all right, Rick here. Run, Tallulah, run! Hi, baby.